to you. What's it feel like to be coming back home to Louisiana?
It's a great feeling, being away from home for so long. It's just nice coming home and being with my family and being with some friends that are from here and my stomping grounds kind of. And it's just nice being closer to home so my family can come see me play.
You're an avid outdoorsman, correct?
Oh, very much.
So it feels good to be in North Louisiana and be able to be around that.
Yes, sir. Very much so.
Your teammates have already been talking about your leadership qualities on the field, and it's only day 3. Does that surprise you to hear that they're already talking about your leadership qualities? It's only 3 days in.
Yes and no. Being a first timer here and not going through the spring, just stepping on campus right basically in fall camp. I didn't have very much time to establish myself, but I tried to make it clear that I am a leader. I want to lead this team to victory, and I want to do everything I can, being my last year, to make this team successful.
With that same thing in mind, your name is obviously brought up a lot, not only with players but coaches. How aware are you of the expectations, and is that something that, coming from a school like Illinois, that you're ready to handle?
I'm ready to handle it. I try not to pay attention to the expectations because guys can get kind of caught up in that and try to do too much when really you just need to be doing your job. And my expectation for myself is just be a leader on the field and make this team successful any way possible.
How different is what your role is on this team compared to what your role was at Illinois?
Well, just being a senior, your senior leadership is avid, is very important. And I was a junior at Illinois, and I still had a leadership role, but not as important as it is as a senior. Being, you're the older guy, you've been experienced, you're a veteran, especially going through training camp. And some of these young guys, they're not experienced. They never experienced, the two-a-days, the hot summers, and all that stuff. So I just try to, push it through and make sure that we get to in the fall.
Why do you think guys respect you so much?
I have a very hard work ethic, and I think it kind of rubs off on guys. I like to think that at least, and I like to push myself. Even when you're tired and it's hot, just hire yourself and motivate yourself. And I've always had a motor, even in high school, and that's where it's got me today. So I like to, I'm very respectful to guys, and I'll be honest with them. Every single person, no matter if they're doing a bad job, I'm gonna tell them so. And I think that's what the respect level they earn.
What's your impression of the overall defensive line thus far when you compare it to even a Big Ten defensive line that you played on for several years?
We have some depth, and at Illinois, we didn't have that so much. It was your front four, and that's what you were playing with. But here we've got some depth, and that's going to be key, especially going through a 12-game season. It's very long, and I've been through 4 of them, and they're all very, very long. So having depth and guys like Dora and Andre Taylor, they're going to help us out very much.
When you look back to your sophomore season, whenever Illinois played Louisiana Tech, what stands out the most to you?
Not being able to play, actually. I was injured that game with a sprained ankle, and I just remember walking off the field and kind of in disbelief because not bashing Louisiana Tech, but we weren't supposed to lose that game, and they came up there and took it to us, and it was just I was in awe. I was in shock.
Did any of the guys still here give you a hard time about that?
Oh yeah, very much. I'd like to tell them that I didn't play in that game and I didn't participate in that beating, but they still let me know that they came up there and crushed us pretty bad.
I know it's only the 3rd day, but what would you say your biggest challenge is or hurdle to overcome here?
I'd have to say the heat, really. I mean, I didn't have this much heat in Illinois, the humidity, I should say. But other than that, I'm just excited to play football again. Missing spring, it's been a long time since I put a helmet on, so I'm just excited to play.
Did you think you'd be this comfortable, like this quick, do you think?
Kind of, yeah. I had some expectations for myself coming in, to give everything I got, and I know that, being a senior leader, you have a burden on your shoulders. And when things go bad, it's on you. When things go good, it's also on you. So you have to be aware of that, and I am aware of that, and I'm ready to take it on.
One of Coach Diaz's main talking points yesterday at the end was about leaders, and when adversity hits, leaders can kind of, develop and grow. It's obvious that you're an established leader, but is there anything that you can do to help guys kind of come into those roles, not even on the defense, just offensively in general, seniors, juniors, whatever, and try to get more people that can do stuff like you and lead by example?
Yeah, there's things I can do, you know, and talking to guys off the field instead of on, and you know, just saying, look, man, we got to do this, and we got to be all in, everybody together, and it's a burden, like I said. I mean, it's tough to take on a leadership role because things are on your shoulders. When things go bad, you have to pick it up, and when things are good, you also get the glory. So you know, and you don't have to be a senior to be a leader. I've learned this throughout my career. The younger guys, if you're working hard and you do everything right, then there's no reason why you can't be a leader. But that's the key. You have to do everything right on and off the field. When
you talk about younger guys can be leaders as well, somebody that sticks out in my mind would be somebody like Xavier Woods. Would you say he'd be a prime example of a younger player that leads by example?
Yeah, Xavier is definitely that guy. You know, he always early on workouts, never miss one, always goes to class. He does everything right, and that's what I expect out of everybody on this team. You know, and if you don't do everything right, guys see that, and you try to, you know, you say this stuff like, oh, let's all be together, we got to do this together, but you're not showing up to workouts and you're not going to class, you're a poser, in my opinion.